Hey guys, so really quick, this has been one of the most requested videos I've had in so freaking long. Some people have noticed that over the past few months I've had quite the fitness journey. I feel like you guys have really been able to tell on my second channel. Yeah, I have a second channel where I pretty much vlog almost every single day and I've been killing the upload game, so definitely go subscribe and watch that. And yeah, honestly, I did not want this to be another YouTube video being like, how to lose weight 101, like do this step by step. Like, no, I don't want this to be a tutorial of telling you what to do. I just want this to be me sharing my story and what I've learned for my fitness journey and stuff, which I'm still on. Like, I'm still on this journey. Anyways, I'm rambling. Enjoy the video. I hope you guys like it. So, just like some numbers first. Top of this year, January 2019, I, Alisha, weighed 160.6 pounds and my body fat percentage was 33.3%. So that's where I started, and then fast forward about 3 months, I actually weighed in at 151.4 pounds and then my body fat percentage was down to 17.95%, which this is what trips my mind up. I only lost about 9 pounds from like the actual scale, like what the scale would say. However, because I was actually gaining lean muscle at the same time, the conversion is like, I think 25 pounds of fat that I lost. Honestly guys, like when I look back to when I first started this whole journey and some of like my before photos and stuff, like me starting this wasn't out of a place of like, oh, I look ugly and I'm hideous and I need a change. It honestly, like my gut was just telling me that I'm not taking care of myself, like mentally or even like fitness and just physically taking care of my body. So I just knew I needed a change. And obviously I think that's why health and fitness was such a main priority, because that's a huge part of just taking care of yourself. And I never had done that in my life up until this point. So first off, one of my biggest tips if you are starting a fitness journey is to just not care about your actual scale weight, because it can be so toxic when every single day you like step on the scale and be like, oh my God, I lost a pound, or like you let that affect you, because seriously, it doesn't matter. And I know it's hard to say that when like you see a number staring at you that you don't like, but at the same time, changing that mindset has helped me so much. I used to get so mad at myself when I would be working out a ton and then I would kill myself at the gym for 3 weeks and then finally get back on the scale and it says I gained a pound, and then I'd be so sad and probably eat a whole bunch of cookies afterwards. But in reality, I was actually probably so much healthier than I was when I started because I just gained muscle. I kind of want to give you like a little bit of my backstory with weight loss and trying to eat healthy and fitness and stuff, because I do think it's really important to understand me now and like what it took to get me to January of this year. And what happened in January? Ooh, tea, what happened? We don't know, wait to find out. So first off, I've been trying to lose weight for, I would say about 4 years now. I've always been on the like leaner side growing up, but I was always super tall. And then about 4 years ago, I just thought it'd be fun to kind of like get a trainer at the gym, just because that's what like people do. I don't know. And I wanted to like be hot or whatever. I got a trainer and I did really like it. It was my first time ever in my life like actually working out and following a steady routine and stuff. And I remember I had a convention coming up that I was really looking forward to, that I wanted to like look my best for. And this was the first time ever in my life that I actually lost a drastic amount of weight, which it was only like 10 pounds or so. I remember I was 140 and then the lowest I ever got was like 131 or so, 9 pounds, whatever. But the way that I did it was so unhealthy. I remember I would kill myself in the gym like every single day. And I was only eating literally chicken, salmon, and almonds. Like I didn't have any fruit because there was way too much sugar. I didn't have any carbs because they're carbs, duh. I also didn't have really any vegetables because there's way too much carbs in vegetables. So that was clearly not sustainable in any way, shape, or form. And then that actually caused some like borderline binging habits. Like after I went to my convention and I was like the thinnest I've ever been, I still like definitely wasn't happy. I think that was a huge thing in my life that caused a bad relationship with food. So then after that, I would say like 2 years later, I wanted to try being plant-based and just not having any dairy or meat, because to me it was really easy to be black and white. I kind of went from one extreme to another doing that, and I think that mentally was like really, really hard for me. And then I started gaining weight on that too. This is what was so frustrating the whole time, is I was so jealous of my friends who like never worked out and didn't eat healthy like whatsoever, and they were still so thin, when I was over here like trying every single diet I ever could, and then also like killing myself at the gym, like paying for trainers that like clearly wasn't really doing much. That's what was always so frustrating, was I was always trying to be healthy or be the healthier one or be active. Even like guys in videos, like all the time in old videos, I would like buy these fun snacks because they're fun. I wouldn't eat them at all. Like I'd buy them for the video or like to seem relatable or something, and then I just like wouldn't eat them because I didn't want to have to eat the snacks and like junk food. I also found out that I am a stress eater. Some people don't eat when they're stressed. I eat when I'm stressed. I went to the doctor like multiple times last year for stress. We all know Alisha had a stressed out year last year. I'm not proud of what I'm uploading, hence me being one of the faces of YouTube burnout. Shout out Forbes. So 2018 honestly was just like a pretty shitty year for me, and I know I'm talking a lot right now, but I think it's so important, and what I'm stressing is like come January, I feel like it was the first time in my life I was wanting just a change. It wasn't even, like at first I didn't even realize it was fitness or anything like that. After I decided that, I knew health and fitness was pretty much one of the next things that I wanted to focus on. So this is why I'm passionate about it, because I think it's so interesting that the one time that I wasn't trying to lose weight for just to be skinny, or I wasn't trying to lose weight for a guy, or just comparing myself to other people, like the only time that me losing weight and getting healthy actually worked was because I was putting myself first. I think it's such an interesting part of weight loss that people don't talk about, is like the mental state you have to be in to like do it in a healthy way, to like execute it. There's been so many times I've tried to be like skinny just because like my friend was, or like there's like this hot guy that I was really into that I thought would like me more if I lost more weight or something. Like there's just I think that's why I'm super passionate about it. That brings me to January of the top of this year, and I was like, yo, I kind of need to change. What do I do? So I decided to see a nutritionist, and I kept hearing about this guy named Dr. Golia. His name was so specific, so it's like it always stood out to me. So I made an appointment. This is not sponsored in any way, shape, or form, although I really, really, really wish it was, because I've spent so much freaking money there. Honestly, I am so grateful that I was able to go, but at the same time, like I'm very aware that not everyone has money to be able to just go pay for a nutritionist or get a trainer or whatever. But that's why I really wanted to make this video, was like literally if I could even just help one person with some of the stuff that I've learned that I can share with you guys, like then it's all worth it to me. So I made an appointment at PFC in Santa Monica, and it's honestly like completely changed my life. I'm not even kidding. I'm not just saying that. I just had my first meeting with a nutritionist. I feel like I've finally gotten answers that I've been wanting my entire life. Like not entire life. Okay, like the past like 4 or 5 years. Okay, so ironically enough, I actually have to go to training right now, and normally Alisha would just like cut this whole, like I would just erase all the footage that I just got and refilm it, but I'm trying this new thing called like not giving a so I'll be back later. Okay, where were we? I'm not a doctor. I'm not gonna pretend that I am, but the main thing that I've learned overall through this whole process is that everyone has a different type of metabolism. So when I went into my first appointment, they took my blood and they told me that only 10% of the population has this metabolism, and it's the dual one, so you can process fats, proteins, and carbs all equally. And it makes so much sense why there's so many different types of diets out there, and why some work for some people and some don't work for other people, and it's because our metabolisms just process things so differently. Some people thrive off of carbs, some people don't thrive off of carbs. I also found out in that appointment that I was under eating like crazy, and it was so funny because I would never have guessed that. So when I would eat a meal, my body would hold on to it extra long just because it wasn't sure when I was gonna eat again. I've been the most fit I've ever been in my entire life now, and I eat more food than I ever have before. This whole process has changed my life so much, and I'm fully aware that not everyone can go see them or even afford to, but I know that they have an app. It's called G Plans. I'm gonna link it down below. If there's a comment section, you should be like, yo, Alisha sent me. Or a review, you could do a review, iTunes. My mom actually uses it, and I know that it can tell you your actual metabolism type just through the app, so you guys should try it out if you want to. I don't personally use it because I actually go in weekly for appointments. Shout out Dr. Abrams. I used it. Did you really?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Remember when I took the test?
Oh yeah, we took the test for you. So everyone right now probably fast forwarded to this point and is like, yo, can you actually just tell us what you did so I can follow it? Now this is the hard part, which it's hard because again, everyone's so different. So I'm just gonna keep this strictly what I did. You can take some advice, you can not take some advice. Again, not a doctor. The biggest thing to realize is that my meal plan actually changes every single week. For instance, like over the first month or so, we slowly took out like starches and carbs. If you were to follow my meal plan now, like that would actually probably not be good for you because it took a long time to get where I am now. Does that make sense? But bluntly, pretty much I eat all whole foods, a ton of veggies, a ton of protein, a lot of fruits. It's really low carb, but on top of it, there's like no processed stuff. I cut out all dairy from my diet. I also have no gluten, no yeast. Like there's no like fluffy bread in any way, shape, or form. When I do have carbs, it's like a sweet potato or brown or white rice, oatmeal. There's basically no processed carbs whatsoever, so it's just like whole food. You know how you always hear in the grocery store to like shop on the outside of it because everything that's processed is in the middle? It kind of is that way. Like when I go to Trader Joe's, if you guys watch my vlog channel, I literally just get vegetables and chicken and salmon, literally tons of veggies. And honestly, when I first started this, I thought it would be a lot harder and it would be like I'd be hungry all the time, but weirdly enough, like Guys, I eat so much food. Literally every 2 hours I'm eating something, whether it's a snack, a full meal. Veggies are pretty much as much as I want. And back to all those diets that I tried before that were so restrictive and I was starving afterwards, like now I can just eat so much food, so I'm happier, like my mood's up, I feel better, I sleep so good. Every single night I have a huge like 8-ounce piece of steak or salmon. Like I eat so much, like I'm not even kidding. Back when I tried to diet versus now, like I see food as fuel. I see how it benefits me and how it makes me stronger. And again, it's just whole food. Like it's just, I think deep down, like we all know what's like semi-healthy and what's not, you know? It's just like when food is like in its whole form versus super processed and like it's healthy and only 100 calories. Also, this is such a no-brainer, but when you go to the gym, that actually makes you weak because you're working out your muscles so much. So a lot of people think you're getting strong in the gym, but if you're not feeding your body like properly with food to restore all of those muscles, then it's literally for a waste. There were so many times that I would kill myself in the gym, be lifting so much weights to be skinny, and then I would not eat enough food to like restore all of those muscles. So basically all of that gym time was just pointless. And that's so frustrating. It makes sense. That's why you're sore after going to the gym. Your muscles are like fatigued and they need like fuel. I also drink a ton of water throughout the day. I can literally talk about this all day, but if you guys want a full, more detailed what I eat in a day type of video, so you can see all my snacks, you can see what I eat before I work out, you can literally see like all of that, let me know in the comments or thumbs up this video and I will definitely do something like that. If you follow me on all my socials, Instagram, Snapchat, like all of that stuff, you've probably noticed that I post me working out a ton now. I feel like I have to mention this because it is a huge part of it. I do think that food and getting a nutritionist was like the main reason for my weight loss. However, at the same time, I really did prioritize working out and going to the gym. I pretty much every day do something active, at least for 30 minutes. So I had the goal of Coachella in mind when I started in January, which I'm not gonna lie, that was the biggest motivating factor for me for whatever reason, because I'm obsessed with it. I'm not gonna lie, having that goal helped me so much. It is kind of like my personality though, to just like be all in. I think that kind of sped up the process because I was working out a lot. I don't think you necessarily have to be doing 2-a-days every single day, but I really just prioritized it. I would wake up at 6 so I can get my workouts in before work. And I think again, focusing on myself and doing it for myself versus just trying to be skinny was like the biggest reason why I was able to keep up with it, because I wasn't doing it to like fit in a bikini. I was honestly doing it for my mental sanity. So I don't think you necessarily have to work out as much as I did. I quickly learned to love it so much because it's now part of my every single day routine. I will say I would really listen to my body. So if there was ever a day that I felt really exhausted or that I needed more sleep, I would totally sleep in. It wasn't like, no, you have to get all your workouts in or something like that. You know, if I'm hungry, I honor that and give it more. If I'm full, I honor that and stop eating until my next snack or meal. If I'm exhausted and my muscles are like, I can't go, then I'll sleep in the next day. And I don't hate myself for not going to the gym. Also, we get a cheat meal once a week, which is a huge thing to mention. So anytime I have like a huge craving for pasta or something, then like I can get that once a week, or you know, I'll have In-N-Out or like whatever I want kind of. For instance, if you saw my mukbang collab with Josh, you saw me eating a whole bunch of Shake Shack and In-N-Out. Like I just counted that for one of my cheat meals. So like I can still live my life. I feel like I can still go out with friends. It doesn't have to be this huge like, no, I can't eat anything or whatever. I don't know. It's just learning a new balance and stuff and prioritizing and all of that. So yeah, I hope that this helped someone out. I totally understand that this is just me and my story. If anything, like if my younger self could have seen this, I think it just would have given me hope that I can actually eat food, be happy with a non-restrictive diet, and still lose weight and be healthy. My mind has completely changed, and just to see that like I don't have to hate myself after eating a meal. I genuinely used to hate myself if I finished my plate because I felt like, oh my god, I ate so much. Where honestly now I'm so excited when I like finish my meal, because to me I'm like, wow, my body needed that. Like my metabolism, it just I don't know. That's how my mindset has changed so much. So anyways, I'm talking so much in this video. Again, I hope it just like inspired someone in some way. And let me know if you want more fitness videos like this, or even just, again, like a what I eat in the day or like workout routine, anything like that. But yeah, I guess I'm gonna go. Okay? Okay, bye. Peace.